thylakoid membrane fills up with positively charged ions. This action makes the outside of the thylakoid membrane negatively charged and the inside positively charged. Okay, well that kind of makes sense. Do you see all the plus signs? Plus, 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 plus. Basically, this side of the thylakoid membrane is positive and this side is negative. Mr. Worley, I forgot. What is the thylakoid membrane? That's okay. Let's go back a couple pages in the book. Remember, here we go. Here's the main chloroplast right here, and the thylakoid membrane is inside this little space right there, inside there. Okay. Let's continue on. I'm going to start reading in section E. Sorry, section D right here. So once again, I'm reading from section D. As electrons are passed from the chlorophyll to NADP+, more hydrogen ions are pumped across the membrane. After a while, the inside of the membrane fills up with positively charged hydrogen ions. This makes the outside of the thylakoid membrane negatively charged and the inside positively charged. Oh man, what a great quiz question. Tell me, class, which side of the thylakoid membrane is positively charged? Oh, it's the inside. Why? Because there's hydrogen ions in there. Okay, let's read number E. I'm reading on number E. I'd like you to continue and read or look at the picture. Hydrogen ions cannot cross the membrane directly. However, the cell membrane contains a protein called ATP synthase, and this is basically the water wheel. This is what makes ATP. That spans the membrane and allows hydrogen ions to pass through it. As H+ ions pass through ATP synthase, the protein rotates like a turbine being spun by water in a hydroelectric power plant. Oh, that's exactly what I just talked about. Okay, let's look at our picture right here. So basically what's happening, the light makes the energy of the electrons go up. As the electrons fall down, they pump in hydrogen ions into the thylakoid space. Then, there's only one way for the hydrogen ions to get out, through ATP synthase, through this protein. Well, we learned in a previous chapter that nature always likes to go from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. What is that? Diffusion! That's right, diffusion. And if there's only one place for the ions to diffuse through, ATP synthase, it's going to use that, the cell is going to use that energy to create ATP. Sweet! Isn't that amazing? God is using the energy of sunlight to break apart water, pump in protons to the thylakoid membrane, and then use those protons to pump out, yeah, making ATP, which is like the energy of the cell. Amazing. Nice. Okay. I'd like to go back to our video here real quick, and I'd like to just kind of talk it through step by step. So where my mouse is where I'm talking. Here is photosystem 1. High energy photons or light hits photosystem 1, exciting electrons and giving them energy. The electrons move through a couple of electron carriers. That's where my mouse is right now, the electron carriers, to photosystem 1, right here. Notice that photosystem 1 excites the electrons to a higher energy still. Do you see how the light comes in and hits photosystem 1, exciting the electrons? Yoink! And one more time just for effect. Ding, ding, move, yoink. Okay, what's happening right there? Let's hit stop as soon as it hits photosystem 1. Okay, what I hope you're going to see is that, well, I guess you didn't see it, but what's happening is NADP plus is turning to NADPH. See over here, this little icon represents NAD plus. This is NADPH. Let's watch it happen. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Anyway, in this graph, it shows that the NADPH is being made over here. Okay, I can handle that. No problem. It's all part of the same system. So, photosystem 2, photosystem 1 over here. And finally, check this out. This is ATP synthase. Watch what happens. Proton goes out. And as proton goes out, something is made. Ding, 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 ding. That is ATP. All right. Anyway, I hope this helps. Watch the video again. If you want, you can go to another wicked cool website, and let me show you what that is. Just a second. I recommend going to, oh, hold on, virtual cell. See, if you type in vcell.ndsu.edu, and you can scroll down for a computerized graphical explanation of photosynthesis. It's a little more complicated than what we've talked about, but you can follow it along and see God's glory in action. Oh, look at this picture. Here is photosystem 2, electron carriers, photosystem 1, ATP synthase. Okay, this is Mr. Worley. We got to move to the next video, but I hope that kind of clicked a little bit for you. If it didn't, go back and watch and take a few notes. Here we go, moving on.